quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Take it in at the 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, we get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
First and 10 here for Flacco. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. An opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, first and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season. Because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The Bills come in looking for win number 8 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Now Allen. Caught on a slant.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Again, another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jamison Crowder, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. He just go out there, draw offensive unit, and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15,
keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
What part of it went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him.
No
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. Now the second-year man from Carolina, this is Michael Carter.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
On second down, a run to Hall. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Flacco. He'll get this into the hands of Brett. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 134 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble, and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. On first down, right back to Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So a failure to connect on second down. That leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flacco.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker?
And this is caught at the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
His pass caught at the 4. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Moss is in. Touchdown, Bills. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
All again on 2nd down. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Flacco. Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys
Ball has it knocked loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Passing play, Flacco. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Terrell Bernard in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Mike Michael Carter, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense back out and ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And again, it's Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Allen to throw once more. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On second and goal, Allen, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin in the Motor City in NFC North battle. Detroit hosting Minnesota. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. DeAndre Swift, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Najee Harris with a couple of touchdowns there.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now Carter to start the drive. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To pass, Flacco. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Looking for 2 yards here on third down. Flacco. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Flacco looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Flacco off play action. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out this far.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Crowder now to return. "34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Allen going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
To throw, it's Allen. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second down and goal. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Now Allen again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will hang on to their lead. 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable.
With the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Carter once more. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Flacco from midfield. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Carter. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Billions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it.
able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go right back to Singletary. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line.
Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox from 3 yards out. And the Bills add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things, to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Flacco. He finds Corey Davis.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, Flacco. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Flacco will take to the air again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flacco. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Singletary to get the drive started.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And he's going to have it Bills first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. Now leaving with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Singletary again. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
61 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
more was on the line to this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business, not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Bills, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.